They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. That's how we do.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
That's the way to hit.
He'll look to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Richmond.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He's letting it fly and that's caught inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
To throw is Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Come back. Down.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Right side complete. That's Woods. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge differences we know between...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire. And they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw. He may try and run for this. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson underneath for Johnson. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Going deep for Hopkins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Whoosh. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. On first and 10, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top for Kupp. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 56 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd is Watson, escaping the press. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Good move by Duke. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. Going up top for Kupp. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders hard.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans add on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run again with Foreman. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Black 22! Black 22!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger! Green the line! Green the line!
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got this one down to the 10. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff. Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Black gun and I feel it. Black gun and I feel it.
They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Like a secretary, boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery.